Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And guys, today I'm going to be giving telling you guys the best players to claim from this week's players, which is week 2. I'm gonna be telling you guys the best players to claim from the week 2 of the second anniversary event. So I'm gonna be rating them from a scale of 1 to 10, obviously, and from 8 to 10 that means highly recommended. From 5 to 7 that's moderately recommended, and anything below 5 means highly is not recommended. Do not even bother going for them. I'm only gonna be rating the 112s to 113s. The 111s, I don't really want to rate the 111s because they're not the most used players right now, except for the Milinkovic Savage. You can definitely go and get him. Other than that, I don't think any of the 111s are worth claiming. And you guys know 111s, the overall is gonna get how do I say this? They're going to, in terms of overall, they're going to be wearing you down in terms of in your team. They're gonna slow down your overall and your progress. So I'm gonna be ranking them based on three factors, which is shard cost, performance of the player, and obviously the stats. So those are the three bases or how I'm gonna be rating this player. So we're gonna start off with Carlos Puyol as the first 111 overall player. So Carlos Puyol, this card has decent pace for a centre back. His pace is actually very decent. Physicality is crazy good, as well as the defending crazy good. Those are the pros on him, as well as he's actually very cheap in terms of shards. 650 shards is the cheapest amount for a 112 overall player so far. If I'm not sure in week, yeah, I think it is the cheapest 112 in terms of shards in this event. And the only con on this card that you can say that hey he has is obviously it's his height. That's literally the only con. He has power header and driving to tackle, so which can cover up for his height. So that's a bonus. That power header really helps him a lot. So I'm gonna give him a solid 8 out of 10, which means he's highly recommended, but not the best. Obviously, 9 and 10 is obviously means highly, extremely. You must get this card. So this I'll give him a solid 8 out of 10. The next card is Socrates. So Socrates was actually very good in scouting camp. His work rate is actually very nice. I like his work rate. It feels like a high in game in my opinion. His weak foot is also a nice bonus. His passing and especially his dribbling. His dribbling is actually very underrated. I feel like his dribbling is higher than it really should be. He's all more of like an all-round athlete, this card. Like he's an all-rounder in terms of a midfielder. The only con on this card is the overall, and he's a little bit expensive. Other than that, there's literally nothing wrong with this card. I'm personally gonna give him a 9 out of 10. The only thing that's pulling him down is the overall. If not for the overall, I was gonna give him a solid 10 out of 10, but a 9 out of 10 seems solid for me. The next card we got is Victor Gyökeres. So Gyökeres was actually very decent in my opinion. He was great. He won't lie to you, he was great. And that finesse shot really boosts his shooting. His shooting are more on target. I don't know how to say it. Like the finesse shot just makes the shooting of any player bit better. Like it just makes it better. I don't know how to explain it, but his pace, his strength are his main attribute. His pace and his strength. If you know how to use it effectively, this card will be unstoppable. Plus his stamina is actually really great, and his shot power is insanely good. His shot power is so good. You don't even have to put a tiny more, like when you press the shoot button, it generates so much power than what you actually put in. So which is actually very nice. The con on him is that he's a bit heavy. He's really a little bit heavy in my opinion. His dribbling sometimes is inconsistent. Maybe it's because of how heavy he is and how strong he is, but I don't know, he's just a little bit heavy in terms of dribbling. So I'm just gonna give him a solid 8 out of 10. The next card we have is Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz, I enjoyed using this card. Honestly, I enjoyed really using this card in terms of dribbling, but then in terms of in the final third way in around the box, he was not really that good for my opinion. But then his pace, his dribbling, he's very smooth when dribbling with him. He's really smooth. Skill move obviously, and his skill move is roulette, which is actually really nice. I like that roulette. His roulettes are very clean. Does not have any trait, which is a big con. And also his passing was very inconsistent. Like for a winger, his passing should have been better, as well as his physicality was not the best. So I'm just gonna give him a solid 7 out of 10, because I just feel like if he had a few more traits, or at least a trait, he would have gotten an 8. But then I don't think he wasn't, his passing and physicality is really poor. That's all I'm saying, and he doesn't have any traits. So that's why I'm giving him a 7 out of 10. And I feel like there's better left wingers out there. player, but his pace and dribbling is so phenomenal in my opinion. So yeah, I'll give him a solid 7. The next card we got here is Kevin De Bruyne. So Kevin De Bruyne, we all know how Kevin De Bruyne cards are by now. He's been in the game for years now, and he almost gets a card almost every team of the season, team of the year, he always gets a card. But this card was actually really wonderful to use. Game and Socrates are very similar. In my opinion, they were very similar. I couldn't tell the difference between them. They were so great. The weak foot passing, his traits, yes, his traits are so all rounded, like just all midfielder traits. He's just a complete centre mid, in my opinion. The only con in this card is physicality and overall, similar to Socrates, it's only overall. And that is actually solid and it's cheaper than Socrates. But I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10, mainly because I know Socrates is a bit better. That's why I'm just gonna give him an 8 out of 10 because he is not better than Socrates in my opinion. The next card we got is Marco van Basten MVB. So obviously his pace, like this card, I don't think I even have to do this review on him. Like his pace is phenomenal, his shooting is good, he has decent traits and he can shoot from anywhere with those traits. Finesse and outside a foot shot taker, those are basically traits that basically means he can take a shot from anywhere, any position, left foot, right foot, he can do it. And his weak foot, his dribbling is actually decent than what I expected. I expected his dribbling to be a bit heavy. It was actually decent. Doesn't have, you know what? I'm just gonna give him a straight 10 out of 10. And plus, he's actually cheap in terms of shots. So basically 10 out of 10, you cannot even argue. You cannot tell me a single con on this card. Tell me any con you see on this card and I will not make him a 10 out of 10. That's how good he is. So yeah, I'm gonna give him a solid 10. Now on to Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So Zlatan, I don't know what's wrong with his card. I don't know why EA keep doing him dirty. I don't know why. But then he has good shooting. His dribbling is actually very nice, but doesn't have the skill move. I don't know why they remove the skill move from him. Physicality is insanely good. Gives Haaland vibes in his terms of physicality. The cons on him is he's a bit slow. His pace is a little bit slow. Weak foot is obviously going to be a con. As long as you're a striker, anything below 4-star weak foot is obviously a con. And then his skill move as well. I don't know why they removed the skill. If they kept it, he would have gotten a higher rating. But I'm gonna give him a solid 7 because he's the same. Nah, I don't think 7 should be is too much. I think 6 should be valid because Marco van Basten is there and they are literally the same shots. So don't even bother going for him. So I'm gonna give him a 6 out of 10. The next card we got is Samuel Eto'o. So Eto'o had good pace, good dribbling. His shooting was on point. His shooting is really good, underrated in my opinion. He has decent traits for a winger, but he has the biggest con of all, his weak foot and the position he plays. So he is a right-footed right winger, which is a big con in my opinion, which cannot work in my opinion. That should not be you should not have a right winger that is right footed. That's what I'm trying to basically say. He's a bit expensive for a right winger that is right footed for 1500 shots. I feel like it's better to get George Best, but he's in the Ballon d'Or event, so you can't even get him. But yeah, I don't think he should be good because his dribbling is not even on point to be that great for a winger position. But then you know what, he's still a solid card, so I'm gonna give him a solid 7 out of 10. On to the second last card and basically the best right back in the game right now. Bro, I don't think I even have to do this review on him, but then pace, physicality, defend, bro, he doesn't have any cons. Let me just put it there. He does not have a single con. Straight up 10 out of 10 card. He was a beast, bro. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna give him a solid 10 out of 10. No cons. Everything is just pros on him. He's straight, even his work rate is good. Yeah, solid 10 out of 10 is valid for him. Now on to Diego Maradona. So Diego Maradona cards are always inconsistent in my opinion. His dribbling, his pace are good. His pace is actually good for a cam. His pace is really good. Skill move as well. His skill move, faster skill move is obviously a great thing. And his height as well, because you know shorter players has that little buff in the game in head to head, obviously. His stamina is a big con. His weak foot is a big con. His physicality is a big con. And for this type of card, personally, I feel he is too expensive. 1500 charge for Maradona is not worthy in my opinion. I feel his name is just overhyped, but he's still a solid, decent card. But then if you are planning on claiming him, not recommended at all. But if you pack him, he's definitely valid to use, and he got a nice secondary position, which is right winger. So I'm gonna give him a solid 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 seems valid for him. He's not the best, but then he's still a decent card. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it. So I've reviewed all the 112s to 113 overall players. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and most importantly, please subscribe. And if you guys want to ask me, want to show me your teams and show me screenshots and everything, just go join my Discord. If you join it, you can send me your team and ask me for help, obviously for recommendations and all of that. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video. So thank you guys for watching and bye.